Yo, there's glasses under Junie's bed. Yo, every time I see Seung Jae, he is getting more and more suspicious. I mean, look, he just left the classroom so fast. Junie is the culprit. Telling Mano don't do anything, don't even give him blood. He's the culprit. Obviously. Junie did it. He did it, man. There's really nothing else I can say. Because just that last scene alone, yeah, he did it. Now, before I saw that last scene, I thought this episode was going to be one of those scenes where fingers are being pointed at Junie. He'll find a way to clear his name. Total opposite. He's the criminal. Now, I want to compare this episode with episode 2. Now, when Jong-gun, well, I think part of episode 1 and 2. So when Jong-gun was accused, they were using his relationship with Byung-ju against them. They were close, they were not close because of the bribery case. So it made it seem like that Jong-gun had an intention to commit the crime. Now, compare that with Junie. Same thing. We see his relationship with his uncle. He found out about the hit and run case, about, his bribery case. He was angry at his uncle. So it made it seem like that Junie had an intention to commit the crime, similar to Jong-gun. But here's the thing. When Jong-gun was accused, he continued to try to find new evidence to clear his name. Example, the broken piece of the glasses that Byung-ju wore the day of the incident, and he found it on the steps. Now, with Junie, he did not do anything to find new evidence to clear his name. What he did instead? Hide the evidence. To hide it. Example, the glasses that he obviously switched that was under his mattress, that was found by Gio. Do I need to say anything else? However, if this is what they want me to think, but there's something more to the situation that we don't know about, then yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. There has to be something more to it than just flat out, okay, straight line, Junie did it. Now, while I'm on this topic, can Seung Jae play a part in this situation? I'm not saying he did it. I'm just simply asking, does Seung Jae has any part of the murder of Byung-ju? I mean, he has been acting weird lately. I mean, he's been acting weird since episode 1 or 2, to be honest, but ever since we saw the flashback scene of Eun-suk, she was pregnant at the time, Mano came into the class, of course, so much pressure on her, blood was spilling out of her, and she was pregnant. Now, when they were at the hospital, when they were at the hospital, Seung Jae asked Eun-suk, can he look at it? Because of that scene alone, Seung Jae was already on my radar of, man, look out for this guy. And I was right, because in this episode, he was acting kind of weird, and there was only, 2 scenes of him acting weird, really weird. The first one was when he was trying to get to class, the guy was collecting the students' laptops. As the cops came and asked a question to where a certain room was, Seung Jae quickly put his laptop in the cart. Now, it might not seem much to some people, but it does seem suspicious to me. Now, he went to class, but after class, when the cops came in, before they even said anything, Seung Jae got up and left the room. Does that not scream, hey, culprit right there? Well, again, I'm not saying that he did it, but suspiciousness, I should say. So at the beginning of the episode, we do get a flashback in 2017. It's not much of a flashback. I wouldn't say it plays a big part of the situation, but it's just a short little flashback to when Sora and Junie first met. They first met at a bookstore. Sora was trying to sell some books to get some money, and Junie, he was just there. And when the TV was on talking about his uncle's case, yeah, he was trying to listen to it. Sora, being loud, she wants money. But in the end, she kind of sold it to Junie. But then he kind of got his money back because of her sister. But anyway, yeah. Again, this really doesn't play a big part, but I guess it's just a little extra scene to when they first met. Then after that flashback, we do get the same scenes that we saw in episode 2, where the cops was escorting Jong-gun around the areas where Byung-ju was at before he was murdered. And then we get another flashback. First off, this episode loves going back and forth. At least they put the date this time. In episode 1, there were times where I was confused. But yeah, we get a flashback to the day of the incident, October 5th. Jong-gun was in his office on his laptop, but then out of nowhere, he gets an email about the hit and run. And it was the video of the hit and run. So that's how he got the video. Now he saw that there was a real estate agency in that video, so he went to the same one. The lady there said that, correct me if I'm wrong, but she said something like her dad at the time was running it, and then now he closed that one and then they opened up a new one, I guess. I'm not sure. But anyway, she also said that there was a young man wearing a hoodie who also came to the agency. And Jong-gun showed her a picture and she said, yep, that's him. It was a picture of Junhee. So that gave one red alert in my head, saying that Junhee could be the culprit. And then we get another flashback. How many flashbacks this drama has, I have no idea. So far, they have a lot. So we get a flashback to October 25th. Junhee is on the laptop. He signed into his uncle's email account, and he saw that his uncle was having contact with someone about the hit and run video. To sum it up, his uncle wanted the video deleted. So doing more digging, he found the video. He was obviously disappointed, so he called his uncle to meet up. Byung-ju, he was surprised and shocked that his own nephew wanted to meet up, but it's pretty obvious that it wasn't for a good reason. So what Junhee did, he texted his uncle the video, shocked Byung-ju, and that was the end of that flashback. Now fast forward to present time, Mano actually walked up to Junhee, talked to him for a bit, and then he got punched. But then Mano said, you know, your uncle had another pair of glasses in the car, but for those pair of glasses, it went missing. So this was a second red alert in my head that Junhee did it. Now, if that's not enough, if you want to add more suspiciousness towards Junhee, Gio at the dorm. First off, I didn't know Gio and Junhee were roommates. So Gio was at the dorm. He saw Junhee's mattress, lifted it up, found the pair of glasses under his mattress inside the case. And it was the pair of glasses that had the missing piece that was broken off that was found by Jong-gun on the steps. So Gio, he went to visit Jong-gun and showed him the evidence. Not just show it, but wore it too. So the suspiciousness is definitely on Junhee. And it was pretty obvious that everyone suspected Junhee. Now let's get to the final scene, the one that caused the third red alert in my head, saying that Junhee is the culprit. Now first, Jong-gun. He's in prison, he's taking a shower, he gets stabbed by a criminal probably Jong-gun put in jail years ago. Jong-gun is sent to the hospital, he's in critical condition, he needs a blood transfer, but he has a rare blood that none of the characters has. Surprise, surprise! The only character has the same rare blood type as Jong-gun is Mano. So Mano went to the hospital. Before talking to the cops, he calls Junhee and asks Junhee a simple question. Should I give him blood? Or should I silence the guy who is going to expose you as a criminal and just silence him forever? So what do you want me to do? And I'm thinking, bruh. But what Junhee answered was just a major dude. He says to Mano, stay still, don't give him blood. Third red alert, he is the culprit, done. Now this episode, it wasn't that bad. It is the majority copy and paste to what happened with Jong-gun, now it's with Junhee, using their backstory, their relationship with Byung-ju. Fingers are being pointed at him, you know, yada yada. But what made it a little bit more interesting was the fact that Junhee was hiding the evidence. So instead of just watching a character trying to clear his name so he's not the culprit, we're actually watching the culprit trying to get away with murder. And that was pretty much this episode. It's just another episode of how to get away with murder. But anyway, yeah, so again, this episode was okay. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the review. If there's anything else I might have missed, please leave it in the comments below. So far, again, this drama has been entertaining to watch. I have been getting headaches watching this drama because of some law stuff and stuff like that. But anyway, it's still enjoyable to watch. Other than that, if you guys like this review, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.